Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Divine Feminine Energy channel. My name is Lynn, and today we're going to look into the astrological weather of February. So I'm going to be doing a couple portions in this particular video. We're going to first look into what the astrology is going to be like. Then I'm going to give you guys the predictions and insights for your specific rising sign. We are actually starting off February with a powerful new moon in Aquarius. So I believe the new moon, its peak is like the 31st of January, but we're still in that new moon energy when we're starting a new month. And I think that's quite a beautiful way to start the month, because new moon energy is literally telling us here's some new energy, here's time to manifest, to have a clean slate, to start over. And the sun will be in Aquarius and the moon is going to be in Aquarius as well at the start of February. So we could be feeling like the things we want to manifest, or where our emotions are more focused on at that time, might be around wanting to find like the right communities, wanting to feel like we fit in, wanting to look at social groups that we're a part of. Maybe there's more of an emphasis on hanging out with friends, or maybe even wanting to manifest more of our tribe. And Aquarius can even bring up things regarding like social media. Maybe we're trying to figure out more of our platforms. To me, Aquarius energy is very much things surrounding technology as well. So that can be coming up. But Aquarius is also this unexpected energy, this progressive energy. So with the new moon starting February, we may be seeking a little bit of spontaneity, a little bit of the unexpected to start helping us and to help move us forward. But Aquarius energy is really great for tapping into more creative insights, out of the box ideas, things that are kind of coming to us, and they kind of strike as a strike of genius. That's how I see Aquarius. So maybe we're like looking for answers, or we wanting to feel more inspired. I would say all throughout February, because we have Pisces, we have Aquarius energy. I would say a very potent time for great, unique ideas and creative manifestation. But be aware, we could feel a little bit detached from our emotions, or see people around us feel a little bit detached. And in the beginning of February, at least with the new moon, because Aquarius is a bit robotic in that sense. So that's something to pay attention to, but it could help us like detach from our desires and not be overly too emotional, because we have Cancer, Mars in retrograde, and we have a lot of Pisces energy. So there will also be these watery emotional components. So maybe it's even going to feel good to have a bit of Aquarius detachment in this mix as well. So the 4th of February, the planet Venus of love, money, aesthetic, relationships is moving into Aries. And I'm actually excited about this transit, because it is now in Pisces, and Pisces is the last one of a cycle. So with Venus in Pisces, we could have felt more dreamy and like a little bit, maybe it's a time when we get crushes, or we feel like we're daydreaming a lot, we're fantasizing a lot. We're romanticizing life a bit, but we're also giving into our Delulu energy. And I think Venus in Aries is going to be great in February, because it will give a little bit more of a boost of action in our relationships or in our creative endeavors. And of course, Mars is still retrograde, so don't expect too much action, but we will, with Venus in Aries, maybe see a little bit more initiative. Maybe we will feel more initiative, or people around us will start to feel a bit more initiative. I think it can be a time where maybe a little bit more conflicts can happen, annoyances can happen within our partnerships. So be mindful to not become too hot-headed with people. And I would say Venus in Aries can be a time when, if we're looking at the people around us, the relationships around us, there can be a bit of ego, a bit of alpha energy of like, I want to be the coolest. No, I'm the coolest. I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. You know, like kind of competitiveness of who's the boss, who's the leader. And sometimes that can be good because it can motivate us to do better. If we feel like we've been lacking behind, it can really be like, you know what? I am the boss. I'm going to get it. I'm not going to get anyone to get what's meant for me. But at the same time, if it really comes from a whole lot of ego, then we can see people go through power struggles or underlying competition, which may not benefit them that much, if we're honest. So February 5th is actually the next day, and that's when Jupiter moves direct into the sign of Gemini, which is going to be good because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, luck. It's a very positive planet, but when it's been retrograde for a while, it may mean that we have to dive back into certain lessons with Gemini, maybe lessons around our mentality, our social energy, our duality. Like I have multiple Gemini placements. I've experienced Jupiter diving back into Gemini in retrograde, kind of as this energy of like, I'm having a million things that I like to do, and I'm diving back into all of them. Like it felt very all over the place. So maybe when Jupiter moves direct in February, you may see some good karma of all the different things that you've been exploring with retrograde. And now you're kind of maybe moving forward with the lessons that Gemini energy taught you. So maybe it taught you to tap into different type of mental interest. Maybe it taught you to be more aware of your mind. And now that can start to move forward. So maybe now you're able to pick a couple hobbies, a couple of things that you've explored and create some good karma out of it. Create some movement with that Jupiter going direct again. Then we have February 15, Mercury, the planet of communication and thought processes, the mind, moves into Pisces. And I think that's going to be interesting because Pisces, we have a lot of Pisces energy in February. So that will lead to, on the one hand, a lot of kind of void, like we're kind of living in a state where we don't really know what's going to happen. It's not logical, but we're very spiritually in tune. So that's what you can expect throughout February. There could be a bit of a haze around you because of all this Pisces energy that's happening, because later on the sun moves into Pisces. We have the North Node that recently moved into Pisces. Like there's a lot of Piscean energy that could cause us to feel a bit confused, to feel like some illusions are coming up as well. Like February might be a bit tough for you to navigate logically because of all that Piscean energy. And it might really ask you to sit with how you feel and to trust your intuition and to trust that you are being led through the void. And that can be hard, especially for people that are very cerebral. You're going to have to let go of your ego a little bit in this particular month. And with Mercury being in Pisces, I do feel like it's a dreamy month though. Like I've already been feeling it throughout January a little bit, but I feel like there's an extension of dreaminess, of we're manifesting through our imagination that's more highlighted. We're daydreaming, it's more highlighted. Maybe if you have a crush around Valentine's Day, maybe that's more highlighted for you. It could be a month of great creative and manifesting spiritual potential as well, because Pisces is great at manifesting, at creating, at being musical or poetic or spiritual in any other way. So it could really be great for deepening your creative and spiritual practices. And then we have the sun moving into Pisces as well, February 19th. So again, there's another layer of dreaminess and imagination, but we could feel like around the latter half of February with all the Pisces energy, there can be a feeling of we're not super active because we also have retrograde. So maybe February is kind of about surrendering and flowing with what we're feeling rather than plan and action. So be mindful of that. You might not be led into the most logical, action-oriented energy that you may crave. It's more about what are we going to attract towards us? Can we surrender? Can we receive? Can we navigate the void by listening to our feelings and our intuition? So be mindful of that. And when the sun is in Pisces, that may even amp up even more collectively. And then lastly, which is going to be the end of February, which I think is going to be great, is February 25th, Mars retrograde is over. So finally, no more Mars retrograde. I feel like Mars retrograde has really slowed things down in a way that's been good though. Like, I'm not trying to demonize retrogrades because the retrogrades help us dive back into things a little bit deeper. So if we have a retrograde happening in our 7th house, we may feel like, oh, I'm not doing a lot of new things when it comes to partnerships, but maybe things from the past come up to like fully heal you through it. And that's with Mars retrograde. Like, we've had to re-examine, dive back into certain things where we used to put our energy, for example. And now that's gonna stop. So we've had the lessons. And even though Mars in Cancer is still a little bit slow, things can start to move forward again. Like, our motivation can start to come back. Knowing what to do and where to direct our energy can feel better. So overall, I would say that's gonna feel like a breath of fresh air. But expect February to still be a bit wonky in regards to your logical mind, but spiritually you could be getting great insights, great creative expressions. Like, there could be a lot of beautiful things happen, but it could feel a bit unexpected and a bit like, I don't know my left from right. So that will lead me to the second portion of the video, and we're going to look into some messages for your rising sign. So Aries rising, your February, we have the sun in Aquarius and then the sun moving into Pisces. And Aquarius is in your 11th house and Pisces is in your 12th house. So you guys could be feeling like throughout February, there are just a lot of themes surrounding community, what you truly hope and wish for. And you could be deepening your spirituality quite a lot throughout February. But the challenge could be, and even though that's collective, it's highlighted a little bit extra for you guys. The challenge can be that when you're shifting through your 12th house, that you could feel a lot of confusion and kind of like void energy being highlighted even more extra for you. Like, it would be hard to grasp certain things with your mind. So let's see, like a little, we're doing like a small piece of advice for you guys. Aries rising for the month of February. Okay. Wow, I like that. We have protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords and soul retrieval. So you could be guided to call back your power. Maybe with the 12th house, maybe you feel like you have to go more inward this month. And you're going to have to say no to certain people being on your energy. And you might even cut the cords with some people. Like maybe there's even things coming up for you this month where it's like, no, I can't do that. I cannot invest my energy in that anymore. And then we'll get one tarot card for you with the month of February. Wow, we have the Knight of Pentacles for your tarot card, meaning this is going to be a month where things are not going to move very quickly, but they're going to build a foundation that's going to lead you into greater success and stability. So you're building a foundation, both spiritually and materially this month, and you're guided to just allow things to maybe feel a little bit slow this month. And I understand if you're an Aries rising that that's difficult, but you're building that foundation like it's necessary. Like it's going to be necessary for you from the Knight of Pentacles to grow into like the king or the queen. Like you're gonna have to build steady, slow and steady wins the race for you. Taurus rising, your February is mostly going to take place in your 10th and 11th house. So there can be a lot of things coming up for you with the 10th house around your career and how you want to present yourself to the world in a sense through like career matters, even reputation. And then the 11th house may have to do with your community and groups. So maybe these two areas in your life are influenced. And yeah, with Aquarius and Pisces energy, because that's where the sun will be throughout February, you may feel that those areas are where some of this confusion or some of where you need to detach is going to come in, but those can also be the energy that are greatly impacted positively for you as well this month. So we're going to get you a message. Ooh, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I love that. Maybe some of you are like manifesting a new beginning in your career or manifesting something very big, either in your, I feel like either materially or like maybe manifesting more of your soul tribe or something like that to come in. So do your manifestation rituals this month. You are birthing new things. Your creative energy could be at an all-time high as well. And then you guys will get one card to, clarify your, there are two cards that fell out. Okay, I like this though. We have the Four of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So your February feels like there's going to be actually moments of celebration and moments of motivation as well. So that's going to be quite good. I think it could be a good time for you being around others with the Four of Wands. It's like the party card, like, oh, I'm celebrating with my friends. And the Knight of Wands is kind of this energy, whether it's yours or someone in your energy field this month, that kind of like a little bit of the cool guy. So maybe you guys are dealing with someone who could be a bit immature in their energy, but at the same time, they could be exciting and fun. Or maybe you're trying to step into a bit more of a fun energy. This does feel like fun. So you guys could be having a little bit more fun in February, especially when you let go of what you think things should be like and start going after a bit of your youthful spirit. All right, Gemini rising, your February is mostly going to take place in your ninth and your 10th house. And that means that when it's in your ninth house, so Aquarius will be your ninth house, and then when we move into Pisces, it'll be in your 10th house, that there could be themes coming up for you around maybe some things regarding your travel, or the things that you're studying or learning might be important for you in February. So maybe you're guided to take on a little bit more study or learn from someone else or learn a lot spiritually. And then there's also some things surrounding your career that could be coming up to the surface here as well. So let's do a little card pull for you guys. Gemini rising, what will be important for them in Feb? Ooh, I love that. We have Soul Tribe, the great coming together. It's all coming together, intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. So like I said, you guys will get a lot of, I do feel like learning through maybe your intuition, like something is being presented to you through your intuition this month. That could be quite big, and you could be making way of connecting with new people and potentially making room for more Soul Tribe energy to come in. So things are really coming together for you this month. If you've been feeling like everything has just been completely shattered, then February, you might start to see from a spiritual perspective, potentially before materially, you start to see, I'm now seeing why I had to let go of this person or why this thing wasn't working for me. Like you're kind of being hit with intuitive clarity almost, and you could be meeting someone significant. But let's do one tarot card to clarify that for the Gemini risings under us. Oh, I love that. You have the Empress card. That's going to be great. You guys could be birthing something very spiritually big into your life, and it could have to do with Soul Tribe members. I love that. So stay in your feminine energy this month, because it's happening for you. I don't feel like this is you having to push and try to make this happen. This is happening for you. All right, Cancer rising. You could even check out your sun moon placements as well if you want to get more messages. But Cancer, your February is mostly going to take place in your 8th and in your 9th house. So the 8th house is about deep transformation. It's about other people's possessions. It's about our shadow. It could bring things up regarding our sexuality, but also more shadowy emotions that we often, attach to the shadow, like jealousy or deeper seated feelings that we may not necessarily always want to express, but also like deep death and rebirth, deep transformation and power. So maybe throughout Aquarius season, you're going to start seeing some themes around that, like, okay, I'm stepping into my power more, or there are some things triggering my shadow or triggering me and kind of making me have to go through deeper transformation, shedding more spiritually and allowing myself to transform. And then you also have your 9th house. So the 9th house is more about where we expand, where we have to learn, where we're kind of seeking higher knowledge. So this could be a good time that even though maybe you're transforming a lot and not all of that is comfortable, it can also be a good time for getting hit with some insights, some higher knowledge, some like, okay, I'm seeing how I'm expanding. I'm seeing the bigger picture, so to say. So let's pull a card for you guys. You go first, the universe will catch you. Leap. Ooh! You or someone in your life might be taking a leap of faith this month. And I love that because Aquarius energy and Pisces as well, there's an unexpectedness. So you guys might be getting a surprise this month, like a surprise action or something that you didn't see coming. So let's pull a tarot card for you Cancer risings. Wow, I love that. That's actually great, guys, the Ace of Wands with this. There's a new beginning coming in for you in February where there is a new sense of action happening. But with the leap, it could be asking you to be a little bit detached from the mind and say yes to something. So yeah, the universe may give you an opportunity, or someone or something may come into your life and Spirit is saying, say yes to it. And this could come in the form of new motivation, something that will kind of draw you into it. And it's like, should I not? And if you're wondering, think back on this reading because the answer is yes. The answer is take the leap, okay? Okay, let's see a little bit more. Leo, your February is mostly gonna take place in your 7th and in your 8th house. So there can be February can shed a light on things regarding your relationships with the 7th house, with other people, whether it's business partnerships, romantic partnerships, or other mostly contractual partnerships, so long-term partnerships. And the 8th house is deep transformation, themes around calling back your power, death and rebirth, big transformation, sexuality, even jealousy, and other people's money or possessions are all located in the 8th house as well. So we're going to pull a card for you guys and see with Leo risings what is happening for them in February. Wait. Ooh, okay. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your north, true north. So you guys are really asked this month to, if I'm honest with you, have to go through a little bit of an ego death because Leo, your rising sign is literally where the ego lies. You know, Leo rules the ego, and there's nothing bad with ego. We all have ego, but this could be impacting you a bit heavier because Aquarius is your opposite sign. So you're going to feel its energy quite heavy, and it could even be triggering you a little bit, Aquarius season, because like I said, you might have to let go a little bit of some overthinking, of some triggers, some ego of like, this is what I am like, or this is what they are like, this is what my life should be like. Like you could be going through a transformation in how you perceive yourself, others, or your spiritual path. And let's give you guys a tarot card as well. Yeah, the 5 of Swords. You could be, and again, that's not to scare you, but you could be going through a little bit of a mentality struggle. Like my mind is active and I need to kind of sit with the mental patterns that I have so I can let them go, or I can work through them a little bit more. And again, if you also want some other insights, Leo, check out your sun and your moon as well, like to get some more messages. These little readings are on the rising signs, but the tarot messages can still be very accurate as well for your sun and your moon if you want to know even more. Okay. Virgo rising. So I said it in the other piles. You can also check out your sun and moon, but for your astrology thing, like the houses that Aquarius and Pisces will be in is relevant to your rising, but the little tarot reading will do for you can be for sun, moon, and rising. So Virgo rising, your Aquarius and Pisces energy throughout February, because that's where the sun will be, will take place in your 6th and 7th house. So with the 6th house, things regarding your daily routine, your work ethic, your structures, and health, fitness could be coming up, could be highlighted for you throughout February. And the 7th house could highlight some of your partnerships. So whether that's business partnerships, romantic partnerships, platonic partnerships, they could be highlighted a lot throughout February. And we'll pull a card for you guys. Yeah, let's see. I kind of putting the cards from the other piles out so we don't get double cards. Virgo rising, what will February hold for them? Ooh, I love this. Just say yes. There may be an opportunity to say yes to something this month. And you're guided to do so. You're guided to say yes to something this month. Okay. We have the Hanged Man, but it came out in reverse for you guys. So you may be challenged to change your mind a little bit this month. And I'm not gonna lie, there might be a stubbornness to you at times. And the stubbornness is kind of you wanting to cling to your ego. And a lot of ego shedding is gonna come up for all of us collectively. But for you guys, maybe because you're also ruled by Mercury, and there's just this emphasis and this message for you to be like mindful of your thoughts, because you may tell yourself, I cannot do something. I am not, I should say no, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't go. And when those things come up in February, remember that your guidance is to say yes. So obviously not to things that are bad for you or you wouldn't do, but maybe for things that will pull you slightly out of your comfort zone, or to say yes to maybe allowing yourself to also see when you're mistaken, or when your thoughts or when your actions are not really in alignment with what you want to achieve, and being able to say yes to responsibility towards that. And again, not in a way of beating yourself up, but maybe saying like, you know what? Yes, I may benefit from thinking about this differently. And that will kind of lead you into a beautiful new energy of thoughts that are better aligned with what you really want to achieve, and actions that are better aligned with what you really want to achieve. So some mental shedding, some mental patterns that need to be shed will come up for you this month. Okay? Yeah. Libra rising. You guys are sharing my rising sign with me. Aquarius is transitioning through your 5th house, which is the sun in Aquarius in your 5th house. And then when the sun moves into Pisces, it's transitioning through our 6th house. So the 5th house is all about casuality. It's about what we do to have fun, pleasure, what we do when it comes to like short-term dating, short-term activities, like things that make us happy, but kind of more in a casual way. It's our inner child as well. And then the 6th house is our routines, our health, our fitness, our work ethic, our structure. And that's kind of the both of these themes can be highlighted for you throughout February. And we'll get a card for you. We'll get a card for you. Libra risings. What will February bring for them? Ooh, okay. We have, wait, we have one or two? One, sorry. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, February could feel like some things are, because we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck, February could feel a little bit like things are outside of your control. And certain things that you wanted to hold on to or cling on to, they're not working as much. And there's really a big emphasis on like, you cannot attach right now. You have to surrender. You have to let things flow. Maybe this is going to be a month where you're just like, I don't know what the F is happening. I have limited amount of control, and here I am. But then we do have break the chain. So you're doing something very powerful from a spiritual perspective this month. You're stepping into something that potentially your ancestors weren't able to do. So maybe you're standing into like something new in your work or in your healing journey or in what you're gonna do with partnerships or something that's really big. And your ancestors are really proud of you this month because they're saying like the work that you're doing now is changing our whole lineage. It's changing, what you're gonna be able to give to your children. It's changing everything. And we're really proud that you're breaking the chain by maybe going through these transformations or by learning how to surrender deeply to the universe. While maybe for your ancestors, that was something really big. Maybe there was an ancestral wound around control or anxiety, and you're, by surrendering deeply, are already healing that. But let's do one more card for you guys on February. Ooh, I love this. We have the Star. That's great, guys. So you are highly worked with in the spiritual realm this time, and you're in a star energy. You're very divinely guided and loved this month, but you're also maybe going through quite a bit in your own spiritual journey, but through the outside world, you're shining bright and people think you're a real star. You're doing amazing things. You could be feeling like, why do people find what I'm doing great when I'm kind of struggling? You're maybe even a little bit popular this month. All right, Scorpio rising, let's move on. Scorpios, February is gonna take place mostly in your 4th and 5th house, and 4th house can bring up things around your family, around the home, around deeper seated ancestral wounds or insights. And the 5th house is kind of our inner child. So that's interesting. You have a lot of like, on the one hand, kind of the family and then the inner child. So that could be quite a mix. And the 5th house is also our casuality. So the things we do for fun, casual dating, casual activities, so to say. So every group is gonna get a card pool. So you guys are also gonna get a card pool. Scorpio risings for February. Wow. Retreat, rest, and be held. Deep replenishment. Okay, your February is definitely going to be about resting. And maybe you're going to utilize this Mars retrograde, this Piscean energy to do less this month and rest. And maybe you guys are really going to love being at home this month, or the activities that you're going to be doing this month may be quite spiritual. Maybe you're like, I want to go to a spa and do nothing there and just feel into relaxation or my body, or I want to do yoga and I want to relax deeply in that state. Like maybe you're seeking out activities that will kind of get you into your feminine energy. And you guys are also going to get one tarot card for the month of February. Ooh, we have the King of Pentacles. I like that. I almost see this as even when you're resting, you're going to be looked after financially this month. If that's something you need to hear, then I would say so. And it could be by someone. Could be that someone in your family or someone maybe you're dating is like, you know what? You sleep. I'm going to get dinner. I'll get you that thing that you're looking for. Please do less. So you're gonna be looked after financially, even if you're doing something different in your work. Spirit is saying, don't stress about that. You need a rest. We're gonna get you what you need to feel secure. Okay. Sagittarius rising, welcome. We are looking into your February. And in February, the Aquarius sun will be in your 3rd house. And then when the sun moves into Pisces, it will be in your 4th house. So the 3rd house will allow you to deal more with communication matters, learning, social interactions that might be highlighted for you in this season. And then the 4th house is things around your home, your family, your ancestral lineage. So you guys are going to get, just like everyone else, you're going to get a card pool. Sagittarius risings. Ooh, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. So Sag, maybe you guys are going through an awakening this month. And this tarot reading is both for Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And you could be literally having to integrate a new energetic frequency this month. And that could be, awakening is not an easy process on the mind, body, or spirit. But by going through that this month, I feel like it will allow you to, become more of who you truly are. It will kind of help you stand into that authentic higher self that you want to merge into. So this could be quite a month of like, I just need to do my spiritual work now. I need to integrate. I need to awaken this. And I can't do too much else. Let's do one tarot card for my Sag. Ooh, multiple came out, but yeah, I think the Queen of Cups is very true. Very spiritual month. Very much like feeling and deepening your intuition. But then the Eight of Swords came out as well. You guys might not really understand at times what's happening this month because maybe you're kind of stepping into a new phase of your spiritual awakening and you might just be like, what are all these feelings? You're guided and protected, and you're birthing a new self this month. So yeah, I love that for you. Capricorn, your February is mostly going to take place in your second and your third house. So your second house may deal with things around money, stability, security, self-worth. And the third house is where we're learning, where at times it could deal with social interactions, but it's very mental, communication, learning new things. So these themes could come up, but you guys are also gonna get a tarot card pull. So let's see. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Yeah, you might feel like, am I on the right path at times? Like, am I doing the right things? But Spirit is kind of coming through in a way like, if you would know that we have your back, what do you want to do? So maybe you're trying to establish a little bit of what you want to do and take a leap of faith in a sense of like, I'm just going to follow my heart, man, and I'll see what else happens. So let's do one tarot card. Yeah, I would say strength for you guys. I think you're connecting to your heart this month and kind of reconnecting to like, you know what? I can do this. I'm done doubting myself. I can do this. I'm going to stand up and try again. And yeah, let's not give up is kind of be your energy. And you might be mentally feeling a bit challenged, but spiritually very resilient. Like spiritually, like you're going to be like, okay, even if that means I have to try again, I have to start again, I can do it. Your spirit is going to tell you that. Your mind may freak out a little bit, but I think that's a universal experience. Okay, Aquarius rising. This is interesting because we have Aquarius season. It's going to be very influential for you because it's happening in your first house. And then Pisces is happening in your second house. So you could just feel like with the first house, you're really impacted. You can feel that your whole sense of self, your identity, who you are as a person, what you bring out into the world, the way you want to present yourself, the way you dress, all these things could be impacted for you. And then with the second house, later on in February, your security and material kind of finances, as well as your self-worth, could be coming up more when the sun moves into Pisces. So let's do a little tarot card reading for you. Wow, divine orchestrations, helpers in the subtle realms. You guys are getting a lot of help this month. And you could be feeling like you're supported in your group of community. If you don't feel like you have community or that's not that highlighted, then you're having a very, very large spiritual community of like your spirit guides, of people, your ancestors, your spirit guides, because something is really shifting and changing. You're gonna receive some sort of help. Maybe you're feeling like, wow, I got divine orchestration this month. Like, I didn't think anything would work. And then all of a sudden I got this opportunity and I just know that was my guides, or I just know that was meant for me. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. This opportunity could have to do, or this help could have to do with something financial. You could be getting support financially, or your guides could be orchestrating something for you to start making more money, or for you to get back or if it's in your groups or people, friendships, communities, then maybe people want to start to buy more of your stuff, invest more in you, because you're blessed with your in Aquarius season, you'll get a blessing of material support is what I'm getting. Okay, Pisces, you're the last one. We're having February in both your 12th and 1st house, because the Aquarius sun, will be in your 12th house, and then the sun in Pisces will be in your 1st house. So the first half of February with the 12th house, you could be going through a lot of like a bit of a void, like, okay, I'm deepening my spirituality, I'm creative, I'm in tune, but at the same time, Lord knows what's happening. That's 12th house energy. Like, it's not mental, it's very intuitive and deep and spiritual. And then when the sun moves into your 1st house, you may feel like, whoa, this is really a time where I'm deeply impacted, because yes, the 1st house, it deals with our identity, ourselves, what we personify in a sense. So let's see a card for you guys. Pisces. Wow, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is such a beautiful card. So maybe maybe you guys are retreating a little bit in Feb because you're going through a vibrational upgrade. So maybe you're like, okay, I'm pulling my energy back a bit. I am kind of like maybe you're going to be doing spiritual work in February. So maybe you're like, you know what? I'm going to be meditating more, or I'm going to be doing this thing. And it's really leveling up your vibration. Whatever you're doing in February is leveling up your vibration and making you attract better things into your life. Ooh, we have the Justice. Maybe you guys are going to receive some good karma or something fair, but I also feel like it's balanced for you. So maybe you felt like a bit down or a bit like, and it's almost like your energy, the scales are going to get more like this. Like, you're going to start, maybe as well, because it's happening for you as well. When the sun is in Pisces, you may feel like, okay, I feel more at home here. I feel better here. And your energy is going to go back to normal, and not just normal. I feel like it's rising in vibration. And yeah, I do see a sense of balance for you in February, like kind of like a homecoming. Like, I might still not know everything that's happening, but I feel like I'm becoming more of myself, and I feel like I'm more balanced in this version of myself and in this new energy, and I'm doing the right things, even if I don't have all the answers. So it's almost like you're thriving a little bit in the unknown as well, because vibrationally, you feel that you're doing the right thing. Even if other things don't make sense, you feel like, no, my energy is rising. I feel it. Like, this is gonna align me. I'm okay. So I love that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to know more about what I'm doing a manifestation program on my Patreon, where every month we're manifesting together, and we still have a week left of the boss girl era, and we're manifesting success and money and achievements. And in February, we're actually moving into our lover girl era, which is going to be more about romance, but also self-love. And if you guys want to work with me in the community, then I would love to see you there. So thank you guys. I'm also available for one-on-one coaching with either astrology or other things that you may desire to work with me. You can find all of it on my website. Love you guys. Bye.